Tim, this is Danny Smith. Just calling to tell you how much I appreciate listening to your show, Truckers' Voices. It's very informative. I really like hearing the drivers' stories, how they got into the trucking industry, and maybe what kind of trucks they started out with. And it's just been a lot of fun, and I would encourage any drivers out there to tune in and listen, call in, be a part of it. It's a great show.
Hey, this is Chuck Lopesiger, and I listen to Truckers' Voices every Thursday evening from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern on Facebook or YouTube with host Tim Taylor and co-host Steve Brand, because it keeps me informed about the industry and the drivers that keep our country moving forward. Don't forget, Thursday, 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern. Be there.
Hi, this is Scott Post, and I love Truckers' Voices because there's always something entertaining and educational for our industry. And it's also hosted by two of my good friends, Tim Taylor and Steve Brad. Tune in tonight. And in the meantime, be safe out there.
Hey everybody, how you doing tonight? My name's Charlie Demchuk, and I'm here to welcome you to tonight's big show. Y'all sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Tim and Steve got a good one in store for you. So have a good night. We'll see you.
Hi, this is Tony Wainwright. I hope you enjoy listening to Truckers' Voices as much as I do. Now, without any further ado, kick back, kick your shoes off, air your corns out, and get ready to listen to another fine show.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I hope everybody's doing good out there. I hope that y'all had a great day of trucking. Hey, I had a good day of trucking. It was an eventful day, no doubt. Went up to the ATL like I always do, got my loads, turned around, come back, and made it through that door safely. But I can't say that it was all easy today. Had some rain here or there, had slow traffic, and hey, anybody that goes up to Atlanta, Georgia knows that you're going to get caught up in a backup somewhere. If you get up to Atlanta, Georgia, and get out of there without hitting a backup, man, you've done something. But that's almost every day for me is I hit a backup somewhere. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing good tonight, and I want to thank you for tuning in to the show tonight. We got a good one in store for you tonight. I'm going to tell you, we got Mr. Gragg Wilson on here, National Grand Champion of the Truck Driving TDC 2023. That's great. And but you know what I'm more interested in right now? I want to hear his story about how he got into trucking. And we're actually going to talk to him about that, but we're going to talk to him about all things, the TDC and everything that he did. We're just going to have a good old round table discussion night. Me and Steve and Greg, we're just going to have fun. So, hey, y'all get ready. Y'all kick back and y'all relax and get your coffee ready, whatever you got to do. If you're driving, don't look at your phone. Just make sure you're listening to us, okay? And we'll just kick this show off here in just a few minutes. Before we get started, I want to say that the views expressed on this show are those of the host and the guest only and do not reflect those of others or other entities. Okay? So anyway, hey, we got the lawyer stuff out of the way. We're getting ready to start rocking. And Gregg's in a location tonight. I'm going to let him tell y'all where he's at, but he's in a location we've never talked to anybody in one of these locations before. So that's just what we call a little teaser right here in the podcast radio world. So anyway, so let me bring old Steve in here and let's see what's on Steve's mind. All right. That was your intro.
There you go. It sounds like my days of playing the trombone back in the 8th, 9th grade.
Yeah. Oh, Steve, I'm enjoying these little toys we got here, man.
Oh, I know what you're saying, man. I know what you're saying.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Steve. Wait. What? The listening audience, there's something different about Steve over here. Steve's got...
I got a haircut. I got a haircut. I just got a haircut.
No. Steve's got different color headphones on that. He was wearing those red ones. Looked like he got from the dollar store, or he snatched it off some kid or something. I don't know, but
How do you know I didn't get them at the dollar store?
and you got a new microphone, I see.
Exactly. I'm telling you,
Well, welcome to the podcast world, brother. Welcome to the podcast world.
Hey, we're trying to step up and step in. All right. Instead of step out, we're stepping in. So
what's going on in the Buckeye State, man?
Oh, it's a beautiful evening. It's probably in upper 50s, something like that. It's just a beautiful evening. My neighbor down the street, about 2 doors, excuse me, he's cooking something, man. I got out of the truck and I think I gained 3 pounds. Just by the smell. I don't know what he's cooking down there, but boy, it smells good. And must be getting ready for a big party this weekend or something.
Let me tell the listening audience what I know about Steve and his neighborhood. Okay, Steve lives he got a majority Turkish neighbors, right?
Yes.
So those people cook. So I can just imagine that he did smell something there. Cause you ever had any of that Turkish food?
Yes. My one neighbor on the west side of me, every time they cook up something, he's bringing over a plate full. And it's good. It ain't pork, but it's good.
I got you, man.
Yeah, they just cringe. I do a lot of pork chops, pork steaks, things like that. Pork butts, smoke them and stuff like that. And he'll ask, and I said, "Nah, you don't want to know. It's just delicious for me anyway." So.
Well, Steve, nice looking shirt you got on. I do want to tell everybody that I am thinking about redesigning the shirt a little bit and getting some new shirts. So that's something to look forward to in the future. And I got a new logo I'm working on. So hey, we're gonna take it slow, and we'll get some new shirts out there soon. So anyway.
Well, that'll work. It's kind of like me with all this new gadgets and gizmos. Just bear with me. I'm trying to make it work and get used to it. And, it's, well, hey, we're coming in the real world. Had a guy tell me yesterday that we're on the verge of early retirement going into professional podcasting.
I'm trying to get you there, brother. I'm trying to get you there.
I'm telling you, we're working on it, baby. We're working on it. We gotta kind of clean up the office here a little bit. We gotta do some rearranging. But,
there you go.
We're doing good, man. No, it's been a good week. Traffic's been kind of heavy, a little bit, but for some reason everybody's in a hurry. I don't know why they're in a hurry, but as long as they do it safely, that's all that matters.
That's right. Absolutely. Well, hey, happy National Truck Drivers Week to all the truck drivers out there and all the support staff and everybody that keeps this industry rolling forward.
Yes, we appreciate each and every one of you.
That's absolutely right. All right, Steve. Well, I'm on the Truckers Voices page over there on Facebook, monitoring it. I'm just going to give a few shout outs if you'll look at the safety drive. I want to say thank you to Ben Atkinson for looking out for us. Scott Post is on there tonight. We got Mike Alpine looking at us. I know that I seen over in the comments on the StreamYard, I'm looking at Eddie Pennington. He's over there on YouTube looking at us. And, we got some Bill McNamee. He's looking at us. But you go ahead and tell me who you got looking at us tonight over there.
Yeah, we got, looks like we got Mr. Gary Martin. Jim Fisher, talked to him today. He said he was going to be listening. And got Mr. Gary Pingle.
Oh, yeah.
David Williams, Bill McAmee.
Man.
I seen Bill McAmee yesterday. I kind of snuck up on him. He was going east, but I kind of snuck up on him. We had a good conversation.
Wait a minute. Hold on. How do you sneak up on anybody in that freight truck?
Well, there's only like 5 gazillion FedEx freight trucks out here, so I mean,
go ahead. I'm sorry. That was just too funny. You can't sneak up on anybody. You can't even catch nobody.
That's true.
You can't even pass nobody.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, you could throw this thing off a cliff. Throw it off a cliff and it wouldn't do over 65 miles an hour. Lord of mercy.
Right lane trucking.
I just stick my hand out the window every once in a while, just try to give it a push, just push it.
I
But
hide my face though because I don't want everybody to feel sorry for me when they go by me,
that's right.
especially those UPS drivers.
That's right. Look like one of the big Peterbilt drivers. I let all that seat out, all that air out of that seat. I just lay that steering wheel down, lean that head back, looking all cool. Ever so neat in my air ride seat. Whoop, whoop.
I'm sorry, we're ADD tonight. We got off track. So go ahead, tell me who else you got looking.
That's it. But I want to say hello to Bill McAmee. He threw man, he's throwing all kinds of stars our way here, man. This is cool. People sending them stars, and
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Bill.
I tell you what, though, I'm excited to get to talk to our next guest.
Right, exactly.
You kind of tease the audience, and I'm telling you what, we're getting close. We're going out of our backyard tonight.
Yes, we are,
and we're almost being able to say we're going worldwide, baby.
That's absolutely right. Hey, y'all need to tell your friends all about Truckers Voices, share it and all. And I'm going to open up the phone lines later on tonight. So if y'all want to call in, I got that phone line popping. So anyway, hey, Tom Hawks is in here. Thank you, Tom, for joining us tonight. And what do you say we get to the guest there?
Okay, sounds good. Let's get on with it. Can you get it?
All right. So, hey, without further ado, we're going to bring our guest in here, and I'm going to give him a proper introduction there. Mr. Gragg Wilson.
Hey, y'all. How you doing?
Hey, Greg. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you?
Oh, man, awesome.
Thanks for having me on.
Well, man, thank you for taking the time to come on Truckers Voices, and we're excited to hear from you, hear your story, and absolutely hear where are you at. So I'm just going to let you address the audience here, tell them all about what you got going on and where you're at.
Well, my wife and I are in Utila, Honduras. It's a little island off the Caribbean coast, off the coast to Honduras. We're spending a few weeks here and relaxing and enjoying ourselves.
Absolutely. So we have never broadcast abroad like this. So I'm absolutely excited, and I hope our connection stays really good tonight because we know that you got a good story to tell, and we know that the listening audience may have a lot of questions for you at the end of the show. We're going to open up the phone lines for it there, right?
Oh, great. That'll be fun. That should be fun.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I told you that part of it, did I?
No, you didn't. Sorry. We'll wing it. We'll see what happens.
All right. Well, I'm going to let Steve greet you there, and then we'll just jump right on into it. Greg, thank you for taking the time.
No problem. I appreciate you asking me.
How you doing, Greg? You doing all right, I see?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Just trying not to sweat too much. A little nervous, and it's pretty hot here today. So,
it's being nervous. It's what you do every day. You just sit there, scowling and profiling, do a little chit chatting. It's all good.
That's right. That's right.
How's the temperature down there?
It's probably high 80s, low 90s, pretty humid. Not a lot of wind right now. So the mosquitoes like you. So you got to put a little bit of spray on and go outside and enjoy it. Sit in there a little bit now and then too.
I understand. Works for me. What times it get dark down there?
Well, it's dark right now. So probably about half an hour ago, I'd show you the scenery outside, but the ocean, you can't really see it right now. It's only 50 feet away, but it's pretty dark.
Okay. So we're on East Coast time. I know you're actually on West Coast time. What time is it down in Honduras?
It's 6:14 p.m. So we're on Central.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just kind of curious. I was in Anchorage. I was in Anchorage, Alaska, a couple of weeks back, and it was 4 hours behind us. So, that was when you pick up the phone to call the wife, you had to count, make sure you didn't wake her up because it wouldn't be pretty. No, it would not be pretty. So.
I understand that.
Well, Greg,
up there this time of year, some good fishing going on. I've been up there this time of year a couple times. Fun stuff.
I tell you, I want to go back. I definitely want to go back. There's a lot more I got to see.
Yeah.
So, Definitely want to go back.
All right, so let's get on with the interview. We are going to have a little bit of a lag, just because of the internet connection with Greg there, but it's just fine, and I'm good with it. And but anyway, Greg, if you see me kind of pause for a minute, that's why, because we got just a little bit of a lag. Okay.
Okie doke, right here, yeah.
All right, so tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and then go right into how you got into this great industry of trucking.
All right. Well, I was pretty much raised in Arcata, California, which is Northern California, about 350 miles north of San Francisco, up in the Redwoods. When I was about 3 years old, that's the first time I was in a truck. My dad had his own dump truck, and I went with him now and then with my mom. I was on her lap, and within about 2 years, I had my own lunchbox and own boots. So I guess, at that time I should have figured out trucking was in my blood. But anyway, I went to high school up there, and never really thought about trucking a whole lot growing up. As far as, I guess it was just when I was little, I was there, and I just didn't realize it when I got old. I finally, when I graduated high school, I was didn't really know what I wanted to do, and I worked at a grocery store. And this gentleman kept coming in from a little company called Viking Freight, and he kept telling me, "Hey, you should go apply. You should go apply." So finally, I did, and that was August 13th, 1985 was my first day at Viking Freight. So that was when I got into the transportation world and trucking, and never looked back. I've loved it ever since. I love driving. I love being out there with all the people and the scenery, and kind of being my own, have my own portable office.
I got you. So tell me a little bit, Greg, about, and I've heard your story before, so I'm going to kind of, prod you here a little bit, lead you. Right. Tell me a little bit about the lunchbox.
Well, so basically I was, a little kid, and I went with my dad a bunch. And finally one day, I don't remember it, but my mom told me, she said one day I was getting up to go to work with my dad, and she had my own lunchbox with all my lunch in it, and my own brand new boots to go work with my dad for the day, or however, whenever I needed to. And it was just pretty cool. I didn't really remember that myself. And then when my mom told me that, I kind of was like, all right, I guess that makes sense of why I'm doing what I'm doing now.
Right. So you're second generation truck driver, right?
Yeah. My dad, he did it for a while. He had his own dump truck, and then he drove logs up in the mountains, dirt roads, and 12% grades or more, all that kind of stuff. Big one log loads, 12 feet across every once in a while, permanent log. And then he got into a little bit of chip truck driving, and eventually, I don't know, he's late 30s, early 40s when he got out of it and did something else. But I remember when I was, pretty young, coming home pretty beat, like tired and dirty, but a good honest day's work for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. And I imagine trucking back then compared to trucking right now, I mean, it's come a long ways. And your dad, tell us about him, just from your personal stance. Your dad, just tell us all about him.
All right. Well, we at times we probably have a love-hate relationship. It's sometimes I feel like, he's 91 years old still right now. He's sharp, and a lot of he's very quick-witted, and sometimes I think he still thinks I'm 14 or 15 years old. But there's a lot of things I'll say, I don't want to be like my dad, but then I got friends tell me you're a lot more like your dad than you know. So I guess a lot of that stuff rubs off whether you want it to or not, and they're probably more good qualities than there are bad. But it's just one of those things. I think a lot of us have some sort of relationship with our dad that might be the same way. But he's a good guy. He's always provided, and he's like I said, he still goes and mows a 2-acre lawn with his riding lawnmower probably 2 or 3 times a week because he wants something to do. But he's a good dude, and I love him to death.
I got you. Steve, I'm going to leave it open for you there.
Yeah. I've never got to meet your dad. He asked me to be friends on Facebook and introduced himself as your dad. And I said, that's awesome. And I comment on a lot of his pictures. Love seeing it. I, I don't know if I'll ever get out that far west, but if I ever do, I'm going to look you up and I definitely want to meet your dad. Definitely
Okay.
want to. So that's awesome. But,
Yeah.
the logging, man, that had to be some serious truck driving right there.
Yeah. He talked about times when, I can't remember, there was a guy that wanted to ride from down on the bottom of the mountain up to the top for some reason. And the guy, it was like hot as anything. My dad was in the truck and, he's driving and the guy said, can we roll the windows down on this? Said a few cuss words kind of thing. And my dad, whatever you want, but you're going to regret it. And the guy rolled down the windows and about just dusted the whole place out.
Oh,
By the time the guy got done, he was so upset. He's like, I'm never getting one of these trucks ever again. And, those guys logging, they had that day. That's what they did all the time. And it was they had to cool their brakes down. They had cans of water with a little valve that they would turn on that would let water cool the brakes, spray the brakes while they're going downhill and stuff like that. So, no power steering, nothing like we have now. But I'm sure, before that, they could probably say that, oh, we used to have horse and buggy that we had to do. Everything's progressing, and luckily it's progressing good for us right now.
Yeah, exactly. Now, back to you. When you started with Viking, was you city or was you road?
Well, I started off as a dock worker like most people did back then. And I was kind of in charge of the closing the dock up at night. And then I'd had split shifts and going to college in between. And I started going out right away I got my permit right away and started going out with drivers. Back then, the way that they did it was get your permit and then you put in your own time. Basically, I'd work 4 hours in the morning, go out with the driver, do a whole route, come back and work 4 more hours. And I did that for a long time. And I felt like I caught on pretty quickly with the backing and stuff. There's a couple times the guy I always go out with, he was like, wow, you caught on to that pretty quick. And to me, it just seemed like it seemed kind of almost natural. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. And yeah. So anyway, I ended up, I was in Arcata at that time. And I think I started in August, and in April, I got married in April of '86. And while we were on our honeymoon, we decided to move to Reno. So there's transfer openings for Reno. So I transferred to Reno. I was a dock worker over there, but I was already pretty much ready to go for training. So I did the training. And I became a driver. And after that, I was a shifter for a while and a driver. And that's pretty much, I've been a P&D driver, a local driver, pretty much my whole career. And probably the last 3 years, I was city, and I was also a driver trainer for a long time too.
Okay. All right.
Walk us through the years that you worked for FedEx. And how long was that?
Well, so officially, they take all the years from 1985 to 2019. So the first 15 years from 1985 until 2000, it was Viking, and then FedEx bought Viking, and we became FedEx Freight. So time I was there, I loved it. It was a good job. If I didn't like it, I would have went somewhere else, and it was very rewarding. It was a good career. It still is a good career, trucking in general. The only reason I just was getting bored and wanted to try something else, and something came up over at UPS, so I went to UPS.
I got you. So, are you a feeder driver over there at UPS?
Officially, yeah, I'm a feeder driver, but at our yard in Sparks, you can be a feeder driver, and you also bid on the team stuff. Actually, I'm on a team bid right now, so I go from start a Monday night and leave Reno and go to Lenexa, Kansas, and then from Lenexa, Kansas, we go to Oakland, California, and then back to Reno. So it's a pretty short, sweet run. It's about 3,700 miles, so it's about 2.5 days. I love it. Get a 40 weekend every weekend, and it's awesome.
I got you. Now, can you tell us what's the biggest difference between LTL and doing what you're doing now?
Well, probably just let's see. So P&D, you're much busier. You're bumping docks all day long. You're dealing with customers, which I like dealing with people for the most part. But if you get somebody a little bit more difficult to deal with, you got to sometimes deal with them every day, and then you just try to have fun with it and do what you got to do. But that's probably one of the biggest differences. You're in and out of the truck all day long, and you drive like a couple miles, and you might drive 20 miles to get somewhere. Driving less than a mile to get to a bunch of stops. Whereas what I'm doing now, it's you're sitting a long time, so you got to really find ways to keep yourself alert and keep yourself ready for anything. Basically, a little different. So if we want to touch on accidents a little bit, I think P&D. I think you're to have an accident in P&D it's probably more. There's more chances of it, but it's less likely it'll be something really bad. You might bump a curb or take somebody's plant out or a wire or something. Whereas on a team run, it's always going. I'll say this. I know you guys aren't gonna like it. Most of the time you're going 70 miles an hour, and anyway.
Really, you gotta rub it in.
If something happens, when you do stuff like that, it's you got to be a lot more alert and ready for that kind of thing, I guess.
Right.
Steve, I'm going to let you go ahead and run into it with the next question. I'm going to go set something up. We're going to transition into TDC here after your question. Okay.
Oh, okay. But see, he puts me on the spot every time.
Come on.
It's like, what are you doing to me, man? What are you doing to me? But so that gives you quite a change. I mean, to go from P&D and then you can bid that team run. So how often do you get to do that?
Well, that's one of the things that was attractive over there is you can, once you're a feeder driver, you can jump back and forth. There's one board basically for P&D. They call it TDP, which is kind of the same thing. And then they also, if you're a feeder driver, you might do Sacramento and back. You might go to halfway to Las Vegas and back. And then there's team drivers that go out for 3 or 4 days 5 days at a time. And basically you bid once a year officially, but if a bid comes open, then anybody can bid on it. So if for instance, if I'm on a bid and I retire, then everybody else bids. You can rebid. Everybody behind. I think it goes up for everybody. If you want to change, you can change, and so it's kind of that way. I'm sure. The guy that is in charge of doing all that stuff doesn't like that much, but it's really good for the drivers. You can get a variety of something. You can be on a run for a couple months and a new bid will come open or something. If you have the seniority, well, you can bid on it no matter what, but it's all based on seniority, and then you can get it. It's really, it's kind of, yeah.
Exactly. That's
all right. Well,
yeah.
I want to transition into the TDC here, and I'm going to share my screen with you. So right here, I pulled up transport topics, and this is the first picture that come up there. So I was there. I saw that moment, and walk us through. Let's start from here. Let's start from the competition. What was it like for you? Was that your first time at Nationals?
No, that was my 14th time at Nationals. First time that I made it to the finals, though.
Okay, so, first time you made it to the finals. Tell us how that experience was whenever you found out that you made it into the finals.
I'll take it back just a little bit farther than that. So I drove on Thursday, and so I'd already taken my test, so I kind of had an idea how I did on Wednesday, and then I went and did my drive on Thursday, and I knew that I zeroed 2 problems. I did, and I thought I might have done okay on the rest, but I still had my pre-trip to go. So I was in the back room getting fit, mentally ready to do the pre-trip. And at one point, I was just kind of like, man, I just felt like I wasn't gonna make the runoff because I didn't have a good run. So I'm like, I don't even know if I want to go through emotional stuff anymore. And I contemplated even ever doing it again. And I said, okay, I'm just gonna go do a good pre-trip and see what happens. So I went and did my pre-trip. walking back out because after you're done with everything, you can go back out and watch the rest of the guys go. So anyway, I'm walking back out, and a couple of people ask, like we always ask each other, hey, how do you think you did? And it's like the people ask me, I won't be driving on Saturday. I was kind of bummed out, and I walked up to the stands, and my wife and a friend, they're sitting there, and they're both smiling at me, and I'm like, what are you guys smiling at? And they're like, you had a good run. I'm going, yeah, right. I go, whatever. I go, you're just saying that. They go, no, you had a really good run. You're tied for third right now. I'm like, whoa. And I started crying a little bit, almost like that. Anyway, it was, it was crazy. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, finally, for me, it was kind of like finally, it's been a long time coming. And, but then of course, after that, we had like, there's like 10 drivers more. And Jason, his name is Jason from Ohio. He's a Walmart driver.
Jason,
yeah. He drove after me, and so I'm in a tie for third. Nelson, he runs. I had 175, and he ran a 240. I'm like, oh my god! And so anyway, he got done. We're all done. All said and done for the day. I was sitting in a tie for fourth just on the course. So everybody's telling me, oh man, you're gonna make it. You're gonna make it. Well, then I beat myself up on Thursday night and Friday, thinking all the possible ways that somebody could come from behind if I had a bad pre-trip or bad test. So anyway, then they did the Parade of Champions, and where we're all coming in on Saturday morning before the final, and I'm sitting there in line, and we're all lined up getting ready to hear the finalists. And I'm just like, please don't call me last. I go, if I'm going to be called, call me, early. Because I don't know if I can do this. So anyway, they called my name third. I think I was the third one called my class, and I was really happy, but I think I was more just like, finally I did. I'm finally here. It's like I was just I knew I could do it kind of thing, and I finally did it. At that point, probably within a few minutes, I was like pretty focused on feeling like I was going to do pretty good in the finals, because it was the finals I feel like are a little more geared to how I like to do the rodeos and stuff. So it was awesome. It was that feeling of once I made it to the finals was probably very exciting and very relieving at the same time. It was awesome.
Yeah, and I was actually there and got to witness, everything that was going on there. And when you walked up there as a finalist, because I was announcing there at TDC, and when you walked up, man, I tell you what, I just knowing that we're friends and stuff that we've done, before together, I was like, I was proud for you, man. I was like a proud papa.
Really cool. I've been there a lot of times. And I felt like I had a lot of support from everybody. It doesn't matter what color we are, what color we're wearing, everything. But there's the camaraderie and the friendships made during TDCs every year. Man, I felt the love big time. It was awesome.
Oh yeah. So tell us about this moment right here.
Well, okay, so that was pretty cool. Anyway, I felt like I did a pretty deep drive on the final, and felt like I was going to be in the top three. And when they called the first two, at that point I had a pretty good idea. I had it, and God, when they called the grand champion part, I did not expect that at all. I was with the picture you showed before that. I was sitting there in my chair, and my wife was looking at me, and she's going, Greg, you got to get up. You got to get up on stage. You got to, like, just like frozen. I like, no way. So I held my hands up there, and you know what? That was for me, but it's also for everybody else that hasn't been there, that keeps trying and wants to be there. It was for all of us. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. It was so cool. Everybody cheering me on, and all the people coming up and congratulating me, and all the heartfelt congratulations was overwhelming. It still is. I still can't hardly believe it.
Yeah, I'm going to piggyback off of that, what you just said there. So what would you tell the TDC contestant that had the same mentality that you had? Like you said that you just thought that you might just give it up after that, what would you tell him or her now?
You know what? I said that, and I probably would have went going, but I would tell them just keep on going. As long as your heart's in it, and you you still enjoy it, and you still enjoy the camaraderie and all that, just keep going. That part in itself is worth being there. We do this all year long. We drive all year long to get the chance to represent yourself and your state at the state level, and then again at nationals it's awesome. It's something that not everybody gets to do, and if you still like it and you still enjoy it, just keep on doing it. And one of these days it may or may not happen. I wasn't like, yeah, this year's my year or anything, but I was focused, and I felt like I was in a different place when I was driving. And it's one of those things where people, if you still like it, just keep doing it. And if you win, you're already a winner. I know it's cliche and everything, but everybody says, oh, you made it here, so you're already a winner. It's true. You did make it here, and you are a winner. It doesn't matter if you get up on the stage and be a finalist, or if you become a grand champion or not. You're still a winner, and you got to just remember that.
Right, and I'm going to echo that, because everybody that's there is, you're the grand champion, but everybody that makes it to there, or everybody that makes it to their state, is champions in their own right.
Right, right. Yep.
So Steve, go ahead. I'm going to put you on the spot again, but I'm going to get it ready to set up, and we're going to open up the phone lines here. So listening audience, I'm fixing to get the phone lines ready. We want y'all to come in, call in, and we'll take the phone calls as they come in. We want y'all to call in and either congratulate Greg or ask him any questions you want to, okay?
All right.
Go ahead, Steve.
I don't know about a question, Greg, but you might enjoy this little story. When I was in Anchorage, I did not get to go naturally to nationals. Well, I was waiting to fly out. Well, I didn't fly out till like 9. I think it was 9 o'clock that night. Well, the fellow captain I was with, he sent me a text. He flew out at like 5 o'clock, and he sent me a text. He goes, "Hey, you can't get over here till 4 hours before." And I'm like, okay. So I'm out just kind of sightseeing and went in a couple stores. Well, I went into Bass Pro Shop, and I got to looking at my time, and I said, "Hey, it's 3 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock in Ohio. The banquet's getting ready to start." So, hey, I grabbed me a Coca-Cola and a Payday candy bar. I went out and I sat in the car, and I got myself out there in the parking lot where I didn't look like a stalker or something like that. And I fire up my phone, and I'm watching the live banquet. And they're going through and they're giving all the classes. And when you won the tanker class, I'm like, yeah. And I was sitting there, and it come time for the grand champion. And I'm sitting there and I'm trying to calculate, like we all do. I've been there once, but I stay involved, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, and I don't know if your look on your face or the look on my face was the shock of all, whatever they called you. I'm like, wow, I know him. Yes, Greg. And I look over, and there's a lady sitting in the car like 2 over from me, and she's probably thinking, what on earth is this guy doing? I mean, I'm cheering. I'm rooting. So brother, I got to see it all. I got to see it all. A couple thousand miles away, but thank God for cell phones, smartphones, whatever you want to call it. I got to witness the whole thing. So congratulations, brother.
Well, thank you. I could feel it I could feel it everywhere. I could feel everybody. Yeah, it was amazing. It was just crazy how it was. I was very happy, and I could feel the congratulations and people doing like what you're doing. It was pretty darn cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. You're welcome, brother. You're welcome.
All right. I'm going to remind everybody that the phone lines are open. If you would call 251-616-2151. And if you got anything that you want to, we think we might have a call coming in here. Let's see here. All right. Whoever was just trying to call in, try to call back. Okay. Cause, what happened with it come in on my phone. You need to call 251-616-2151.
251-616-2151. Swap and drop.
Oh, goodness gracious. Well, hey, man, I tell you what, this has been interesting. And tell us oh, we just missed a call, so I don't know what happened there, but I'm gonna call it back, okay?
All right,
Okay.
give it a shot. See what happens. So,
Maybe spam.
yeah,
Yeah. Trying to sell you
My-
a car.
All right.
maybe it's the Honduras Gazette finding out we're the grand champion. They want to interview you.
Yeah.
Hey, you're on Truckers Voices here. Who do we have on the call?
Hey, Tim, this is John Kitchen.
Hey, John, how are you? Can y'all hear him there?
Yes.
Yeah,
Hey, John, brother.
Hey, Greg. Hey, Steve.
Hey, John.
Hi, buddy.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you. There's going to be a little bit of a delay, but we can hear you.
All right, good deal.
So,
Yeah, I just wanted to call in and just congratulate Greg on a job well done, representing everybody, and going all the way and winning grand, man. That's an awesome job. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. John was we roomed up together in Four Seas with FedEx a few years back, and John's a good dude. Him and his wife are awesome. We hung out quite a bit, and he's going to get back there too. I know he will. Good talking to you, brother.
all right, John, where are you calling us from tonight, if you don't mind me asking?
I am a FedEx Freight City driver out of Tupelo.
Out of Tupelo. All right. Well, we thank you for calling Truckers Voices, and we appreciate you also listening in tonight. And yeah, it's been a good show. And so you and Greg have roomed together before, and so anyway, well, we definitely want you to come back. We're gonna go ahead and clear the line, so in case we got some other calls coming in there. Okay.
All right, thank you. Congratulations, Greg. Y'all have a good night.
Okay,
too,
thanks. Oh, appreciate it, buddy.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Well,
Greg, how much practicing do you do?
we got another call coming in, guys.
Call from. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
All right. Welcome to Truckers Voices. Who do we have here?
Eagle Eye.
Hey, Eagle Eye, turn your radio turn it down in the background.
Hold on.
This is Eddie Penny.
All right. How's that?
That's good. We don't hear much of a background, I don't think, right now. Go ahead, Eddie. You want to speak to Greg?
Yeah, I want to. Hey, Greg, how are you doing? I'm proud of you, man. I know we've competed against each other a few times in the St. Class and other things over at Four Seas and all. I was very proud when I knew that you got that grand champion.
Well, thank you, brother. It's always been a pleasure. You're like one of the good guys. It's always fun, a pleasure to be around and hang out with. And I learned a lot from you along the way as well. And I wish you well in your retirement. Going to miss competing against you. Hopefully we'll see you at Nationals and maybe in Reno, or maybe I'll see you in Florida sometime, huh?
Oh, yeah, you'll see me in Reno. I heard you was going to be on tonight. Said I'm going to have to stay up late before I go to bed so I can.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Glad you called in.
Yeah, those old men got to go to bed early.
Yeah, you gotta be up.
All right. So Eddie, we got another call coming here, so I'm going to go to the next call. Okay. Talk to you later, brother. Welcome to Truckers Voices. Who do we have on the line here?
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
I got to change that. All right. Welcome to Truckers Voices. Who do we have on the line here?
This is Miguel Corral.
Hey, Miguel. How you doing, brother?
Good. I'm watching your show. I want to congratulate you, Tim, and Steve for having a good show.
Well, thank you.
I try to watch, and I try to get on it when it's live, but when it's not live, I watch the reruns. But I call in because I saw the show. Greg, I want to congratulate Greg for being grand champion this year. So it's an awesome job.
Well, go ahead, Miguel, and just talk to Greg like you're talking to him on the phone, okay?
All right. Hey, what's going on, Greg? And I know I missed you at practice this year, but it's just awesome to see that your hard work paid off at TDC. So proud of you, brother.
Well, thank you so much. We had that was a really good practice we had. It was very got a lot accomplished, and man, it was a long time coming just to get up on stage. So I appreciate all the congratulations and all the help along the way, and all the support, and everything's real good now. And hope to see you there next year as well, my friend.
I know that was it was mixed feelings this year because I know I came a little short this year, but I know Jim Fisher told me all about it, and it was just mixed bags of feeling on my side, not being able to be there. But other than that, we were rooting for for you, for all our friends, because in NTDC, we got different colors, but at the end of the day, we're all friends there.
That's right.
Competing, doing. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's once we're doing it, I don't think you want anybody to do bad. You want everybody to do well, and we're all there for the same reason. And when somebody wins, we all. So it's good stuff. I love it.
Amen.
Oh yeah, good time. Well, I'll let you guys go, but I figured I chime in and just congratulate you and then for Tim and Steve having a good show. But all right, y'all have a good night, and congratulations again.
Well, Miguel, thank you.
Hey Miguel.
Go ahead.
Miguel, well, y'all really loud or honk the horn, wake Fisher up.
Oh, no, he's driving. Jim Fisher's driving right now. Hey, Greg said honk the horn. I don't know if you can hear that. But.
Yeah, we got it.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
There you go.
All right.
All right.
Miguel, thank you and Fish for supporting the show there. And we appreciate y'all listening. And you know what? Truck safe, man. And look out for those who aren't looking out for themselves, right?
Right. That's
safety first.
All right, brother.
That's right. Hey, right. Miguel, congratulations on your work anniversary, brother.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
4 years already. I can't believe that.
All right. We got another call coming. Let's take this call here. See you.
All right.
Mr. Parson.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
All right. Welcome to Truckers Voices, Miss Esther Parsons. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Oh, we're good. We're good. So, hey, this was our guest from last week there, Greg, Esther Parsons, and she's one of your drivers there. So I'm just gonna back off the mic and let her talk to you, okay?
All righty. Hey, Esther, how you doing?
I'm good. Congratulations, brother. That was an awesome win.
Thank you.
So my question to you is, what advice would you give a driver who hasn't competed in any of the TDCs before, but's contemplating it for next year?
So I would just go into it with, I'm not going to say low expectations, but just go into it to get the experience. First time a person's all, pretty nervous and everything. There's a lot going on. Just take it one step at a time. Do your, go do your state, start studying the book now if you want to. Right. If you have other competitors at your facility or close by, reach out to them and ask them for help and advice, but just go for it. I mean, it's, that you're not going to win if you don't do it. Right. So do it, you have a chance of winning. So, and even if you don't, you're still, like we talked about earlier, just to qualify is a big thing. So once you win state and you go to nationals, you'll be hooked. I go all the time. And I would just say,
to accept. Okay. I sent the caller's voicemail. Goodbye.
Sorry about that, y'all. Had another call trying to get in there.
Esther, if you want to talk off, just talk to me about any other time. Well, my messenger or whatever is always open if you got any questions or as well.
All right. She just hung up. She's listening off air, so she heard what you said there. So I'm going to call back the last call that just tried to call us, okay?
All right.
Oh, here we go. They come in. You're pretty popular tonight.
Mike.
Welcome to Truckers Voices. Who do we have on the call?
Mike.
Hey, Mike. How you doing? This is Tim with Truckers Voices. You got Greg and Steve on here. What's your question tonight to Greg?
I was actually trying to find out where to get the best pizza in Brooklyn.
Wait a minute. Steve, do you know? Have you figured it out yet?
I think I got an idea who this is. Right.
You got to do better than that there, Dim Chuck.
I don't know. I haven't been to Brooklyn, so.
Well, is it Grimaldi's?
Is it Grimaldi's? I don't know. You tell me. Is it Grimaldi's?
Oh, no. I ain't been to Brooklyn.
I'm not sure. That's why I'm calling in.
Okay, who is this? I'm keep talking. We'll figure it out. You know who it is, Tim?
I think I know who it is. I'm pretty sure. I think it's something like a Dim Chuck.
Oh, okay. Well, you can Google it, or you can go to TripAdvisor. They'll tell you.
Luigi's.
Luigi. That works. What pizza are you looking for?
Well, I got to go poop.
See ya. We're gone.
I'll catch you guys later.
Okay.
Happy pooping.
I had to hang up on that one there.
Yeah, you don't know where that's going, huh?
Didn't know where that one's going.
Greg, this has nothing to do with you. This is strictly me and Tim. This is what we bring out of people. I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Oops.
Well, the call come in from Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah.
I'm
So
not
you think
sure.
it was Mike?
I don't know who that was. So I thought it was Charlie Dimchuck at first.
I thought it could have been a Tim guy, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's fun. I've always expected to get one of those calls because we are live, we are public, So one of those that we probably have to screen, or we'll get kicked off of Facebook and YouTube.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, what was it? I said, well, go call us now, 251-616-2151. Swap and Shop. Can I help you?
There you go. Oh.
See what we're saying, Greg? There is no script to this. You have no idea which way this is going.
That's true.
It's kind of like getting off an off ramp when you don't know where you're at. It just goes everywhere. Okay, let's see what this one is.
Call from
David Sharp.
To accept, press.
Hey, welcome to Truckers Voices. Who do we have here?
David Sharp.
Hey, David, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Hey, what do you want to ask Greg tonight?
I want to know how it is in Utila.
Hi, Dave. How you doing, brother? Well, it's pretty warm right now, and it's relaxing and getting a lot of work done at the place and all that kind of stuff. But it's good. It's good. I'm not working, so that's a good thing.
That's always a good thing. You're gonna take the time off.
Yep. Yeah. I missed you guys. I saw your little post from a couple weeks ago up in the wine country. That looked like a really good time as well.
Yeah, the Barbera Festival was fun. It was good.
Yeah.
I
Cool.
wanted to let you guys know, I don't know if you talked about this or not, but they needed to know that you were the first UPS driver to ever make Grand Champion up on stage in the history of UPS.
Good point. Thank you for bringing that up.
Thanks, Dave. I'm glad you brought it up.
All right, Dave, we're going to take another call here. We thank you for calling Truckers Voices, okay?
See you, Greg. Have a good night.
See you, buddy. Take care.
Mike Alpine.
To accept, press 1.
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Hey, doing good, Tim. How are you?
Oh, man, doing excellent. What do you have to ask or to say to Greg tonight?
Oh man,
just congratulations, man. It was such an honor to be there and see Greg win it, and that was a really exciting night.
Yeah.
Oh, we might. Did we lose you, Mike?
Oh, go ahead.
No, I hear you. Hey, Tim, Steve, Greg, good evening.
All right. Yeah, we heard what you said about the first part. It just sounded like it got cut off, but yeah, it was great to see him win, and you know, and you know, everything accomplishments that he did. And you know, the last caller just said, you know, the first UPS driver to win grand champion. Now that is an awesome feat right there, you know.
That is huge. In fact, on that 2 years ago in Arizona, Adrian Nunez out of Phoenix UPS came in as a step van and won it against all you guys in FedEx. And he was so excited. Everyone was excited because this guy in his brown uniform shows up and beats everybody. It was pretty surreal. So I felt like last year was a big year for UPS that kind of really started the ball rolling, and it's getting bigger and bigger, and especially in California and beyond. So it's really exciting to see UPS get back involved in the state TDCs and now obviously big time in the national.
Right. No doubt. No doubt. Well,
Sure.
yep, that's what it's all about. Is you know what, you're building a dynasty, and you know, just keep it rolling, man.
Yep. Trying to one piece at a time, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Well, Mike, thank you for calling the show. Thank you for being a supporter of the show also.
Thanks, Mike.
It's a pleasure. It's an honor. Thanks for calling you guys. So be safe out there, everyone.
Yes, sir.
See you on the
Bye-bye.
road.
Yep.
See ya.
You as well. Thanks.
All right. So we had a couple calls just try to come in there. So I'm going to try to take one more call. If you want to call in, I'm going to take the last call there. So whoever wants to call in, I'm going to take the last call, and then we're going to have to post-trip this show and call it a night.
All right.
So the phone lines are open right now. If you tried to call just a minute ago, go ahead and try to call back.
On a note with what Dave was saying, it's the first time in Nevada as well that we've ever had a national champion or a national grand champion. So it's kind of cool.
Call from
Sniper.
Nice.
All right. Welcome to the show there, Sniper. How you doing tonight?
Pretty good. How are you two doing? Three, I should say.
We're doing great. We're doing great. We're coming to the end of the show, Sniper, so I'm going to go ahead and let you talk to Greg, and then we're going to close the show out, okay?
Okay, Greg, first of all, congratulations. I wish I had the opportunity to work with you at events, but I haven't done it yet. And I understand you competed in the tank division. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, you probably was with Paul Waite from Pennsylvania. He was the one that I competed with in Pennsylvania, so obviously he's the one that took the first place trophy.
Okay. Yep. I believe he was my right?
Yeah, I just wanted to say you are definitely an inspiration. I'm fairly new to competing. I've only competed 4 times, and my goal is to make it to nationals. I went to the nationals one time as an usher, leading drivers from the bullpen to the floor, but I haven't made it to nationals to compete yet. So that's my goal.
Okay, just keep on doing what you're doing. Keep preparing, and you know, you got it's 1 mile at a time to get to state, and then just one of these times you'll make it over the hump. And once you get to nationals, you don't look back. Just keep doing it, and you'll make friends for life. It's awesome.
You know, so far I got second and third in Pennsylvania, but that's about as close as I got. So I just got to try a little bit harder, study that book a little more, and I'll get there.
You will.
All right.
Believe it. Good luck, my friend. Thank you.
Sniper, the music's playing, so we're fixing to go off the air there. Anyway, that's it, y'all. We have come to the end of the show. Greg, we leave with a word of encouragement on safety and inspiration. So the floor is yours, and just hang on till after we go off the air. But go ahead and tell us, listening audience, a word of safety and inspiration.
Well, some of the biggest things we can do as drivers out there, I believe, is we're all have the same goal. We want to get home safely, and we want to have all the people, the motoring public. We all want them to get home safely as well. So just keep on doing what you're doing. If you're driving safe all the time now, keep doing the same things, and encourage other drivers to do the same thing. Like I said, we're all out there for the same reason. Let's just keep it up and keep getting our image better and better all the time with everybody.
All right. Well, I'm gonna throw it to Steve, and Steve, go ahead.
All right, I want to do a quick plug. Mid-Atlantic Professional Truck Drivers Association's got a fun drive next Saturday, the 23rd, down in Verona, Virginia. Like to see y'all come. If you can, just come on. It's a great time, great people. Come on down there and finish out the year with a good safety drive. And yeah. Mm-hmm. But like see you there too, Greg. But where you're at, I think I'd hang out there. But good talking to you, brother. Appreciate it. And I want to tell everybody out there, remember, safety starts when the feet hit the floor. And always remember, the most important trip is the trip home. God bless y'all.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right. Well, hey, tomorrow is Friday. Let's get it done. Let's get trucking. And if you're out there trucking and you truck through the weekend, be careful. But if tomorrow's your last day out there trucking, hey, enjoy every minute of it and make the best of it. And there's another thing that I always say is you got to look out for those who aren't looking out for themselves. See y'all here next week on Truckers Voices. And one more time, let's give a big hand clap to Greg Wilson, National Grand Champion.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it. It was fun.
Thank you, Greg. See y'all.
See y'all.